I have a new album coming out soon. Check my description for music links.
Hello everyone, my name is Nyla the Tigress, and today I'm going to be showing you Dirt Rally VRC, the newest updated version of the world, done by Sylvai, a really good friend of mine. She's a very talented world maker and musician. I'll put links to her stuff below so you can check it out, as well as the world map I'm going to be reviewing. This world map, since I first reviewed it some months ago, only had one track. Now it has 5, which I'll be very excited to review to some detail to give you an idea of what you're getting yourself into. So, let's not waste time and let's go.
Welcome to Dirt Rally VRC. This is the main menu, which is really cool to look at, especially in VR. There's going to be 5 tracks. You're going to have Finland, Canada, Slovakia, USA, and last but not least, Britain. You can select each one, and each one will have their own set of vehicles, which I'm pretty sure mostly the same across. Maybe some exceptions. I don't remember off the top of my head. But anyways, let's get started.
Man, this is so sick. I can't wait to be driving this. But before I do that, let me get to some really crucial stuff here. So, as in my previous review, there's the car. There's the starting line, and the game kind of quote-unquote officially starts when you go to the start line and it counts you down. You will not move until the counter goes down. It creates a lap time, so on and so forth. If you point to the settings, which you can't see when I'm using my camera, but you do have to kind of have a little bit precise aim to get to that little clock on the right. Click on it. You get all sorts of settings, as you'd imagine: bloom, motion blur, color filter, co-driver notes, pace note guide sheet if you are a little confused as to what the notes mean. So here's a sort of an overview of all the notes you might hear in callouts. And there's also a day and night mode. So I'm going to do one other thing while I'm here. Hopefully the audio for the microphone is audible. But, you know, the way that the driving works is that it's the SatChan system, if you've heard of it. I don't know what version it is or what the difference is between this one and like the other ones you see in other SatChan worlds. But this is what I can tell you. I know that for a fact the driving physics are, you know, adjusted for this game. With that said, how you drive is you throttle with your right trigger, you shift up or down with your right stick, up to go up, down to go down 1, and then of course you can go to the side 2. And then you steer by gripping with your right hand and turning, and same with your left. I twist my wrist for it to turn, as for me, like trying to twist with both hands is kind of cumbersome. You can still get the same amount of radius of turning using one or both hands. Sometimes if I have a gnarly hairpin I need to deal with, sometimes I will counter twist my wrist the opposite way that I need to go. Grab and say I want to turn right, I'll turn to the left, grab, and then twist to the right to get a very sudden, quick shift in turning. So, yeah. The steering wheel's so cool, man. All the interiors of these cars are so fucking cool. They're very detailed. well modeled. Even if they're ripped, they're still very well utilized. There's a lot of stuff here that you don't need for a VRC racing game, yet all the details are there. And like, check out the steering wheel. This steering wheel is sick. Like, yeah, speedometer there. You can see the, you see the gears and all that. Pretty fucking neat.
This is probably my favorite track. I might be a little biased because this is the track I've driven the most, because this was the first one in development, had been in this map for the longest. So you'll hear the co-pilot say numbers ranging from 1 to 6. The higher the number, the less steep or the less of an angle the turn actually is. The lower the number, the more acute it is. And sometimes he'll even say stuff like chicane, which is like a kind of like a little worm, little S turn, or he might say hairpin, which is what it sounds like. It's really tight, like a hairpin. So just keep a lookout for those sorts of notes. You'll be hearing them, blaring them in your ear for 3 of the tracks, which are rally tracks, and the other one is not a rally track, but you'll find out more about that later.
Right of a crest. Turn 6 left. Turn 4 left.
I do want to mention, while it is fresh in my mind, that these tracks ran on my PC, which is about a mid-spec tier PC, not the potato, but not quite like the highest cutting edge type PC. I put my specs on the screen. I ran about either between 40 to 60 frames per second, so do with that what you will.
6 right. So 5 left. Turn very long.
The fuck do you say of me?
To a crest. Turn 6 left. 6 left of a crest. Turn 6 right. Opens. Turn 5 left. Turn 6 left. Turn 4 right. Over finish.
Woo! Oh. Sounds sick, don't it? Fuck yeah. Looks really good too. I'm gonna be a complete noob and admit I have no idea where to change the track from here. Because usually I'm not running through multiple tracks in one video, but for a review, yeah, that's kind of important. So I probably will ask Sil about that, and if I have any additional editor notes, I will place it in the video, but just know that is something I ran into. I'm gonna check the settings real quick and make sure that I'm not being like absolutely fucking stupid. Getting out aim for that like little clock. Return to menu. Ah, here we go. Found it. Try a different car this time. Hey yo. Get a fucking helicopter, my guy. You know, admittedly, with it being a snow setting, I'm a little bit apprehensive. I don't know how slippery this bitch is going to be, but if there's anything I learned from the last one is don't just sit in third gear or you'll probably slide the fuck out. If you're not feeling super confident in your driving ability, Oh shit, god damn. That's exactly what I was talking about.
Turn 1 right.
Yeah, so you saw me struggle there a little bit. This track is really deceitful. It's a little icy, it's a little slippery. Again, I don't really recommend sitting in third gear if you don't absolutely have to. Sometimes if you are pretty experienced and you can slide with confidence, getting down to third or second is probably the best way to get around some like hairpin turns while turning real sharply. But yeah, this track's deceitful because there's a lot of really comfortable straights, and then you won't realize until it's way too late that you need to brake. So sometimes even the co-pilot's notes aren't sufficient. You sometimes have to rely on your actual observation to survive this track. So yeah, good luck.
Woo, we got the Yaris out here. Hell yeah. Team Toyota, bitch.
This track, despite it being on tarmac, is actually really hard, for me at least. The roads are really, really narrow. Some of the cliffs are a little unpredictable. This one definitely requires some learning. It's also like the one I have some of the least experience in. So again, this might be my inexperience talking ignorantly, but it's not necessarily difficult like once you have grip on the surface, but you know, just being aware of all the turns and all that stuff. Also, unfortunately later on, for reasons that you'll find out, I didn't get to demonstrate the fact that there are parts where this briefly turns into dirt from tarmac, so there is a adjustment in grip perception. So yeah, that's also a lot of fun when you get to experience it on your own. So yeah.
Left. Turn 1 right. Also, left. Into hairpin left.
Whoa! Shit. Oh, fuck. God damn it. Well, I wrecked. You might be surprised to hear that even though it is tarmac, it is not necessarily easier than the snow or the ice, but good track nonetheless. I did want to showcase that in a previous drive, because I have done all these tracks before separately when Syl was updating these at different points of the map progression, that there are points where the tarmac turns into mud and then back into tarmac briefly. You will experience changes in the driving dynamics when you hit those points of the track. So, interesting thing to note and look forward to. I guess my advice from this accident is don't underestimate your ability or overestimate based on the fact that it's tarmac and not rain or snow or some shit. So, yeah, no one's impervious. So, yeah, on to the next track, I guess. One interesting thing to note, and I don't know if this is a feature or a bug, but it does show my previous lap time from my other track that I was in, despite the fact that I'm now in a different track and I didn't even finish this one because I don't know how to drive. So, yeah, that might be updated. That might be intentional. I'll talk to Syl about it and see what's up with that. Hey guys, it's post VRC Rally Dirt Nyla here. I'm at an art museum that has nothing to do with the video that you're watching, but I did clarify with Syl after the fact that the way the times are recorded are completely intentional, and I mean that to say that that's the way it has to be, because if you do it any other way, with a multiple race system where it records per track and only shows those times at those tracks, apparently with the way that it works right now, it would break the map. So as of right now, it only it records the previous time of whatever map you're in. So if you see that, intentional, apparently at this time not much can be done about that. That might never be a bother to you, but anyways, yeah. Back to the video. There is a little stereo here you can use if you want to, but yeah. Let's give this a try, shall we?
This is what you call a hill climb. A hill climb is different than a rally race because there is no co-pilot, so you do not get any notes in your ear of the various types of turns you're going to run into. So this one you're going to have to use a lot more of your actual observation. Not that you wouldn't for the other ones, but it's definitely crucial here because sometimes turns will come up a bit quicker than you realize, and so that makes for its own interesting challenge. Despite saying that, it is not necessarily hard in the other tracks because there is more grip to be had, less surprises in terms of like jumps or anything really crazy aside from like maybe some hairpin turns. The car handles really well, and actually that's just kind of a common all the cars in this game, in this this modified sat chance system that Syl coded or tweaked is that all the cars drive fairly responsibly, not too much understeer or oversteer. So it's a really good driving experience overall, and I think you'll really enjoy it. So yeah, check it out. I probably could have said this earlier in the video, but if you see that tablet in the middle, it actually keeps track of how far you are in the track. I didn't have a good angle for this earlier, so now is a good time to mention it.
What the fuck? Sorry, I had some really bad lag there. Are you fucking serious? Alright, I don't know if that was a VRchat issue or a Quest issue, but I seemingly got stuck. That might be one considerable negative, is that there's no real way to reset your car in the event that you get stuck in a position like this. I'm in the middle of a race. I go around this hairy fucking bend up here, as you can observe, and then some sort of glitch happens on my headset or in the game. I freeze, and the next thing you know, I'm toppling off this cliff, and I'm right here. I didn't get to finish with the lap time, unfortunately, but I guess that'll have to do. Wait, not so fast! You're gonna see references to Monaco in this video. However, that was actually pulled from the track before this review was finished. So going forward, everything Monaco, wipe it from your head. We're now in Britain, bitch. As with many things in life that change, so do VRchat worlds, and this is no exception. As I record this video, it's been about a weekend since I started filming, and there's already been one update. This update is due to the physics of the cars with the tarmac and the gear ratios of the vehicles in order to promote sliding physics with lower, with the smaller, lower gears. Doesn't really affect the Bentley too much because that has extra gears, but the other rally cars have about 4 or 5 gears, and those are shorter on the low end, so they will definitely slide if you're on tarmac a lot easier. So the cars have weight, and that makes for a much more dynamic and somewhat realistic experience even for VRC. So yeah, I'm excited to see what comes out next for these tracks and this world. So yeah, stay tuned for more. Back to the video. Alright, nearing the end of the review. We've gone through Finland, Canada, Slovakia, USA, and now we're going to Britain, which we're going to pretend was not Monaco in previous scenes, for reasons that I have already probably explained in this video. But yeah, we're going to use this Soviet Union fucking Samara 2108. So let's get to it. Pretty sick. Admittedly, when I was doing my review on this on the car last time, when I say last time, it's not a time you would have seen because I was recording for this before I went on vacation last week, and now that I'm back, this world has already changed since my return to my home. So, having said all that, just in case I didn't already mention in the video, there is some differences with the tarmac physics handling. Dirt and snow are the same, but tarmac will respond a little differently. The cars will have a little more slide and weight. You will probably spin out a little harder in lower gears than previously done so, which might be an advantage or a disadvantage depending on your driving style. Alright, let's get in the car. Alright, time to test out the new track, as well as this sort of new physics system that Syl had been referring to. Oh my god. Yeah, we are a little slidey today. But not in a bad kind of way. I guess I'll just do some driving around and properly shut the fuck up for filming purposes. Oh, God. Oh. Alright, my car is blown up. I really like... Oh, there's a collectible right there. Hold on. We might actually have to, Hold on, let's run to the car. Let's go. Change of plans, y'all. I'm giving my final thoughts, and maybe I should speedrun it so I can get the collectible. Wow, that was crazy to watch. Let's go ahead and put that there. See what happens. Where is it at again? Oh. How do you get up there? Oh, I think I see it. Okay. So I think you have to... Why is everything so loud? I think you have to... Yep, you have to hit this ramp right here. So I'm just going to stand... no, I'll go in a second. I think these gear ratios have been tuned so the cars slide more. Whee! Oh my god. Well, we did it. Hi guys. I'm sitting in the passenger seat so the car's not loud as fuck while I'm talking to you up from the camera. So anyways, yeah, so I hit the collectible and I feel stupid because I blinked out on all this. Sylvai actually mentioned in a DM that, hey, there's this collectible. It's only active one time for the entire world. And then once you hit it, it's not active again until you reload the world. Pretty cool feature. Took me a second to figure out how to get to it. Yeah, I like that. That's the finale of the world. Is you've beat the tracks, you've set your lap times, and now you get to run wild inside of this little test track in Britain, which I'm pretty sure is read from Forza Horizon 4. Runs really well, as I already said, and the rest of the world runs really well. I like it a lot. There's lots of replayability if you like a challenge and you want to set better lap times. So yeah, having said all that, you should really go check it out. Syl is super talented, and this is not she's not a one-trick pony. She has some other worlds too. I encourage you to check out. And having said all that, peace out, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.